love you. We love you. I love you. I love you.
So by now many of you have probably seen the apocalyptic footage coming out of the United States as large portions of America burn to the ground and the skylines of major cities turn a dark, eerie shade of orange in the middle of the day. But I'm not making this video to terrify you any more than you already should be about the fact that large portions of America and large portions of the planet that you live on are on fire right now. I'm making this video to talk to you about what you can do about it. And there's a lot we could do, but we need to move fast. Now, there's two massive things that we can do about it, but I know my audience. I know that a large percentage of you are already vegan, already plant-based, and while it's true that animal agriculture is the cause of approximately 15% of global greenhouse gas emissions, which is, by the way, more than every car, truck, plane, and ship in the world combined, there's still the other 85% of emissions, which come from exactly what you'd expect it to, burning fossil fuels. And that 85%, unlike making a decision at the supermarket to eat animals or to eat plant-based meat, we can't change that other 85% with simple personal choices. While the average person can do simple, basic, obvious things like turn the lights off when you're not in the room, the average person can't make a decision as to whether that electricity is coming from a coal power plant or from renewable energy. Making those kinds of mass-scale collective changes takes mass-scale collective action, aka politics. Now, right now you're watching this on a page that, for reasons of its charitable status or for some other reason, does not talk about politics. So if you'd like to understand how this upcoming presidential election is going to affect the climate emergency, mass extinction, and the life and death of billions of animals, you can check out the full original video on my page at GaiaSi and start it from this time code. But make no mistake about it, animal rights and veganism are 1000% political issues. Veganism is not a diet. Veganism is a way of life based around causing the minimal harm to animals as is practically possible. Basically, not killing when you don't have to. And for the same reason that vegans don't wear fur coats, and if vegans who are conscious of this check where their makeup, their soap, their shampoo comes from to make sure it wasn't tested on animals, just like the decisions you make at the supermarket affect animals, the decisions you make at the ballot box affect billions of animals. Just like most vegans I know, most animal rights groups I know, including myself, have made the decision to speak out in favor of the Black Lives Matter movement, even though it's controversial because people's lives are on the line and it matters. Well, guess what? Thousands of people and disproportionately higher numbers of black and brown people have their lives on the line, along with billions of animals who have their lives on the line in this upcoming election. So how is the animal rights movement going to stay silent on it? You tell me if that makes any sense.
It's a nice little moment. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're very nice.
You want a banana?
Would you like a banana? Would you like a banana? Yeah? Would you like one? No? You just want to smell my face? Go on, take a banana.
But I think the greatest gift that it's given me, and many of us in this room, is the opportunity to use our voice for the voiceless. I've been thinking a lot about some of the distressing issues that we are facing collectively. And I think at times we feel, or we're made to feel, that we champion different causes. But for me, I see commonality. I think whether we're talking about gender inequality or racism or queer rights or indigenous rights or animal rights, we're talking about the fight against injustice. We're talking about the fight against the belief that one nation, one people, one race, one gender, or one species has the right to dominate, control, and use and exploit another with impunity. I think that we've become very disconnected from the natural world, and many of us, what we're guilty of is an egocentric worldview, the belief that we're the center of the universe. We go into the natural world and we plunder it for its resources. We feel entitled to artificially inseminate a cow, and when she gives birth, we steal her baby, even though her cries of anguish are unmistakable. And then we take her milk that's intended for a calf and we put it in our coffee and our cereal. And I think we fear the idea of personal change because we think that we have to sacrifice something to give something up. But human beings at our best are so inventive and creative and ingenious. And I think that when we use love and compassion as our guiding principles, we can create, develop, and implement systems of change that are beneficial to all sentient beings and to the environment. Now, I've been a scoundrel in my life. I've been selfish. I've been cruel at times, hard to work with, and ungrateful. But so many of you in this room have given me a second chance. And I think that's when we're at our best. When we support each other, not when we cancel each other out for past mistakes, but when we help each other to grow, when we educate each other, when we guide each other towards redemption. That is the best of humanity. I want to, when he was 17, my brother wrote this lyric. He said, "Run to the rescue with love and peace will follow." Thank you.
They make a noise like you know.
I want to have one of these things.
A cow? No, we don't have land for a cow. Yeah, maybe one day. Tractors.